Hello. I'm here
Hello.
with Lucie. Lucie is one of my oldest students, and today we met because she came all the way from York. We're here at the Victoria and Albert Museum, at the cafe. We're here for a short sketch off and a chit chat.
We'll do both the chit and the chat.
Yeah.
The Victoria and Albert Museum is one of the most versatile museums in London in terms of exhibits, and I'll show you a few of my favorites, such as this miniature wax study done by Michelangelo for a bigger sculpture that he never finished. Then we've got the Donatello sculptures, and it's interesting to see his evolution. The Auguste Rodin studies, and then my favorites, the Raphael room, where you have not 2, not 4, not 6, but 8 huge artworks by him. This room is a great insight into the style of Raphael and his way of organizing his compositions. My absolute favorite has to be the Da Vinci sketchbook. A tiny bit of art history which shows you his studies alongside his notes, and if that wasn't interesting enough, just think that the sketchbook is about half of my palm.
Today we planned to paint, but they said no paint inside, just in case you smear one of our masterpieces. So here we are.
Some say smear, some say enhance. Guy sitting with his knees up against the building.
And what I'll do, one of those paintings on the wall.
Okay.
That'd be interesting. That's quite a challenge to see from a distance.
It's really nice to find out how you do this kind of thing. So obviously I've just made it up as I've gone along.
If it's a commission from a live subject, or if it's just plein air portrait drawing or painting, I think having a plan beforehand would be great. And then you just find the subject that fits the idea that you had.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because, for example, my trick is to go with sculptural lightings or poses. And if I don't find anything, or everyone is wearing sunglasses like today, I just try to find something else. And it's not necessarily the movement that distracts me. It's the fact that I might not like the lighting. And if I don't, I just try to find my way around. Would you say that normal practice in the studio can improve your skills while live drawing?
Oh, definitely. It's muscle memory, isn't it? It's like playing the piano and doing scales and arpeggios. Like you spend the time learning and programming, and then you can go out into the wild and just switch off the analytical bit of your brain, so your hand's more familiar with what it's doing.
Yeah, that's true.
Is that what you find?
You know the difference between learning theory and actually doing something practically? I think this is a very good way to verify exactly what you know and what you can master, and I think live drawing helps you spot your weaknesses way quicker than
It's very humbling. Sometimes my best sketches are 2-minute, 5-minute. I sometimes use YouTube live drawing videos
Yeah.
from like New Masters Academy and Royal Rumba Studios, and in lockdown the Royal Academy did some, and then they do the normal live drawing thing of 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute, and I absolutely love doing those.
To be honest, I'm not sure if I see the face of the guy, but I'm just looking at the planes. And it's interesting because what you actually want to do is you want to look at certain things. I know I've got the proportions right because I can see the proportions, but I cannot see exactly how each facial feature works. You kind of want to train your eye. And it's the same with miniatures. That's a good tip. The same kind of thing is just you execute on a small dimension rather than spotting the subject on a small dimension and translating to whatever dimension you work.
That's one of the big lessons that I've got from miniatures doing. It's how to edit. And my inclination is to do super detail on the larger ones.
Yeah.
But miniatures is taught me like how to pick out the most salient bit, the minimal number of brush strokes and features in order to communicate what that feature is, I think.
What I found after painting miniatures and moving on to a bigger canvas, you kind of don't want that level of detail anymore. It kind of translates to the bigger dimensions as well. Then it turns into capturing the essence of the figure rather than fully refining as I would have done before.
So when you first started, what was your natural style that just came out of you before you started refining?
The first oil painting was an oil painting of a girl, and I didn't have black for the shadows or brown or anything, so all the shadows were blue.
Whoa.
The paint was quite thick. I wasn't familiar with the texture of oil.
Yeah.
And all I did before was pencil, so I went from pencil to oil straight.
Oh, wow.
I didn't go through watercolors or acrylics. I didn't know how thick I should go.
That's quite unusual, isn't it? Because quite often when you see beginners' work, and I definitely did this, the paint's really thin. Like, it takes a while to understand that you can actually lather it on and to have the confidence.
Yeah.
Especially as you understand the difference between a medium and water. Like, I think if you go through the watercolour stage, you start oil painting like watercolours, because I used to use tons of terps. I think we've got a few minutes. Do you want to see some of the works in progress?
Yeah.
Because Dorian has only ever seen photos of my work, because this is the very first time.
Yeah, we've been doing online sessions. And when I found out that Lucie is coming down to London, I asked if I could see a few in real life. This will be great. I'll grab the camera. I'll film the actual pieces. This painting, you probably wouldn't be able to tell by just looking at it, but its size is actually less than my palm. And the face is about half of my thumb. This was quite challenging. First of all, the lighting. The lighting comes from the back. It goes on the pitch. So the reference that is on the side right now, the reference was literally in the shadow, and this kind of requires you to, I wouldn't say improvise, but to change a few things and try to see how you can balance the light. It needs more work on the hands, and this pops immediately. This needs a bit of work.
Yeah.
It kind of goes up.
Yeah, I'm
So
going to
it
get a
just-
ruler on that.
Yeah, just needs a bit of balancing, but I wouldn't refine it to a very sharp edge. I'd leave it quite loose, but this means that the rails in the back will need to be quite loose as well.
Yeah.
So the sides will be a bit sharper. So we move on to the portrait of Brian Lara, and it started like this, and it goes to this point, and it's interesting to see the importance of just a few accents on the portrait. We spoke about the important features and the important shadows on the portrait. We spoke about the accents on the side of the mouth, then on the nostrils, then on the inside of the eyes, so the frame of the glasses. And they did change the painting a lot, and this is one thing that I would really recommend to focus on, usually in portraits. Finished sketching. I'm gonna put the sketches here.
I didn't have the microphone turned on anymore, so this is me doing a voiceover interpreting the video. I hope that you enjoyed the session. Hope that you found some tips, and don't forget to like. Alright. Keep creating, stay consistent. Trust the process. Oh, and see you in the next video.